King Dasharatha of Ayodhya had 4 famous sons. Across thousands of years, the brotherly devotion of Ram, Lakshmana, Bharata, and Shatrughna has served as the universally accepted starting point of the Ramayana epic. But there is a 5th child. Before any brothers were born, there was a firstborn princess, an older sister named Shanta. King Dasharatha consulted his astrologers and received a devastating prophecy. The reign would not return to Ayodhya as long as his daughter remained inside the kingdom's borders. Dasharatha faced a choice between his dying subjects and his own child. He prioritized the kingdom. He gave Shanta up for adoption, sending her to King Rampad of neighboring Anga. The foundational act of this epic is the absolute stripping of a firstborn princess from her birthright, her biological parents, and her home. In Anga, Shanta grew into a brilliant, outspoken woman. She was deeply educated in the Vedas, the arts, and warfare. But crisis followed her. Anga soon suffered its own severe drought, this time brought down by the wrath of the rain god Indra. The cure for this drought was highly specific and incredibly dangerous. The kingdom needed Rishyasringa, an immensely powerful forest ascetic who lived his entire life in total isolation. He had never even seen a woman. As we see in this classical painting, Shanta did not simply wait around for someone else to solve the problem. She took charge, leading women deep into the wilderness to find the ascetic herself. Her sharp intellect and charm broke through his lifelong vow of isolation. She convinced Shringi to leave the forest, and the moment he stepped foot in Anga, the drought broke. Out of immense gratitude, King Rampad immediately married his daughter, Shanta, to the young ascetic. To save her adopted people, the princess abandoned the luxury of a royal court and embraced the Spartan, harsh life of a forest ascetic's wife. Years later, an aging King Dasharatha sat in Ayodhya without a male heir. In desperation, he organized a highly complex fertility ritual known as the Putrakameshti Yajna. There was only one man powerful enough to perform this ritual, his son-in-law, Rishyasringa. The ascetic agreed, but only on the condition his wife, Shanta, serve alongside him as co-priest. Shanta finally returned to Ayodhya, wearing ascetic robes. When she bowed to her biological parents, they didn't even recognize her. It wasn't until she revealed her true identity that Dasharatha and Kaushalya broke down in tears of guilt. Looking at this massive outdoor ritual fire pit, you can clearly picture the sheer scale of the historical Putrakameshti Yajna. Guided by Shanta, the ritual fire produced a divine kheer, a sweet rice, and consuming it triggered the birth of the 4 brothers. The math of this timeline is exact. If Shanta is never exiled, she never goes to Anga. If she doesn't marry Shringi, the Yajna never happens. Ram's existence was made entirely possible by the quiet sacrifices of the sister his parents abandoned. Shanta's influence didn't end once her brothers were born. To track the rest of her story, we have to look to regional Telugu folklore. Fast forward to the most controversial moment in the epic, when Ram bows to public pressure and makes the decision to exile his wife Sita. According to these regional accounts, Shanta was the most vocal and furious opponent of Ram's decision. She fiercely reprimanded him, wielding her full authority as his elder sister. She was a fearless moral authority who held even the ultimate hero accountable for his actions. You can still find physical proof of her legacy today. Nestled in the mountains of Kulu, Himachal Pradesh, sits an active temple where Rishyasringa and Devi Shanta are worshipped side by side. There is a concept in history called the foundation stone, or Needh Ka Pattar. History naturally forgets the deeply buried stones that hold up the grandest monuments, precisely because they are hidden beneath the surface. The next time you read the Ramayana, keep that foundation stone in mind. Remember the woman who laid the groundwork for the entire epic. Shanta's story proves that the power to alter the course of human history often belongs to the uncredited women who silently paved the way.